Good evening, everyone. Thank you, all of you, for being here. This is Mr. Maurice. I'm very happy to start a new week with you. First, I would like to thank all of you guys because you will start your practice. I hope you do an excellent job. I hope you get probably a position in the enterprise that you're going to do the practice. Why not? It'll be a good chance to prove yourself. You are a good person. You are a good worker. And why not? You can start after the practice, after after you probably put in practice everything that you learned. So you can start or you can set up your own enterprise, your own business. It is a good idea. Okay, dears. As I said, well, I didn't say it. I wrote a message. I wrote a message in another group. So this class we lost 1 hour. Okay, I'll be pretty specific so you guys understand what is the class about. Okay, as usual, I'm going to share the link for you guys register you attendance. So please give a minute, and I'm going to share uh, the link. Okay, guys, I think it's time. It's time to start. Well, viewers, today we are going to practice, or we are going to focus on the adjectives. So before the starting, I would like to share a very small concept or they use the adjective. This is going to be easy to understand for you because it's almost the same, something that you already learned when you were in primary school. Remember your teacher? Yes, your teacher told you about this, the adjective. Well, basically, the adjective modify nouns. In other words, an adjective give us more information about a noun. When we modify, that means we give the adjective uh, qualities, right? It might be short, long, strong, slow, fast, and more. So a adjective give us more information about a noun. So remember, a noun might be a person, animal, object, or even places. This is our nouns. We can also use nouns for modifying nouns. It's quite interesting, this, okay? But that is an adjective. An adjective give us More information about that. For the better understanding, dear students, I'm going to share my screen because it's time to practice how to make comparative sentences or superlative sentences, or to understand how to compare in many ways. In English, we have many ways, like an our own language. We have many ways to do that. Okay, so let me share my screen and I'll show you. So please give a minute. Okay, here we go. So it is time to practice about to compare. So as you can see, we have a sentence. First, I need you to look at the picture. They are pretty alike, you see? So we have two women. They're different or they are the same? Look at the picture. They are very pretty alike. So if it's two people, two objects, two animals, or two places, we can compare them using different qualities. All right. In this case, we say Maura, you see the word Maura and Laura are the same. So this is one way. Maura and Laura are the same. Same, lo mismo. Same. Okay? Good. So let's continue. We have another way. It says the same is. This is Maura, the girl on the left, and this is Laura, the girl on the right. Maura and Laura are the same. Or we can say Maura is the same as Laura. So we have two different examples to compare to things, to people, to object, or why not to places. You see? So this is the other structure. The same is. We can also use similar to. Similar to. Now we have another picture. As you can see, we see two little girls, two young ladies. The girl on the left is Nam, and the girl on the right is Jem. So Nam and Jem are similar. Nam is similar to Jem. Similar to. Similar. Okay. Let's continue. Now, it is time to learn the opposite. Something that is different. So for this, we have this structure. Different from. Different from. Elias and Hannah are different. Elias is different from Hannah. You see? So you have two ways in this case. You have two ways. This is Elias, this is Hannah. So you have two different ways. Are different or different from. Okay, so we're going to practice with this exercise. As you can see inside this box, we have the option. The option number one is the same as, similar to, or different from. Over here we have objects. Objects, you see? And the exercise says object D, this is the D, is A. D and A. So look at the shape. Yes, you're right. B is different from A. They don't match at all. A, they have different color and different shape. Let's see another exercise. Now, the options are different. B, E, B, E. You see it? Good. So it says B is E. B, this is B, this is E. Look at both pictures. Yes, B is the same as E. Good job. That's perfect. B is the same as E. Good. Okay, so we have another exercise that is trying to compare C and F. So look at the picture. Is that Z? This is the C, and this is F. Looks like alike in some ways. Probably the same color, but C is similar to F. Similar, not the same. Similar. Similar is a little bit different from the word the same. Similar. So C is similar to F. So far, so good. Okay. Now, another way to use or to work with comparison is the word like. You see this word? Like. Like. You already know the like is a verb. Yes, like is a verb, but it can also use as a word for comparison. Like in here means como. Like en esta oración o para comparar significa como. For example, look at this picture. As you can see, we have two bags. Two bags. Yes. You see it? Good. Both bags are the same. Same color, same shape, same materials. So we can say your bag is like my bag. Tu maleta es como mi maleta. O tu maleta es como la mía. Your bag is like my bag. Yes, we can include the word like, but this time it's not a verb. Aquí tiene el significado de como. Okay, so let's continue. Look at this. So I have a brown bag with two straps. I have a brown bag with two straps. You have a brown bag with two straps. So we have the same object, in this case, a bag. So we have three different ways to denotate that. In the letter A, as you saw in the previous slide, we use the verb to be and also the word like. So in the option letter A, we say, your back is like my back. Your back is like my back. In letter B, you can also say two comparative things. They are quite similar. Your back and my back are alike. Alike is another way for comparison. Sorry. Okay. Alike means in Spanish like se parecen or parecidas. So you say your bag and my bag are alike. And the letter C, our bags are alike. There, good job. Our bags are alike. So in this case, we use like, that means similar to, and unlike, similar. What is the point that we use like in the middle of a sentence, but the word alike is after? It might be placed at the end of the sentence. Okay, so um, so in the letter A, so we have your back is like my back. You see? So we use the that to be in the present. And in the letter B, we also use the bad to be, but this is a little bit different because the word alike, we should place it at the end of the sentence. This and that, plus the bad to be and plus the word alike. So your back and my back are alike. Okay, so let's compare two cars. So the first thing we notice, they are a sport car. They're old-fashioned sport cars. Pretty old, but even though they are quite expensive, both cars are expensive, right? So we have Adele's car and Arthur car. Adele's and Arthur car. So we can compare. So we said Adele and Arthur have similar cars. In other words, the cars are usually alike. Alike. Good. Let's continue. Okay, so we have another exercise, a bus and a train. And we need to pick one option, like or alike. What do you think? What do you think? Or what option might be the correct one? Yes, very good. Like a bus is like a train in some ways. Good job. Okay, so once again, we have the same picture, the young ladies who are laughing, and we have two different options, like and alike. These girls are sisters. They look. So what might be the correct option? Yes, alike, alike. That's the correct option. Good job. Any question by now? No? Okay, I'm going to stop. Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm going to share the first activity for today class. So please give me a minute. Okay, guys, I have already shared the activity number one for today class. So let's continue. After the following explanation, I'm going to share the activity number two. So let's continue. Give a minute and I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, so it is time to practice with the comparative and superlative. So it's time to learn how to compare two different person, animals, objects, or places. So let's see it. This is the comparative. The comparative is normally used if you want to compare two things, people or other things, okay? When we compare using short words, one or two syllables, okay? So this is quite important to keep in your mind that they are adjective, they are short and long adjectives. In this case, we're going to practice with short adjectives. The short adjectives in this case, hold on a minute. There you go. They are tall. You see this word? Tall. This. Tall is an adjective. It's short adjective. So we can compare by added the suffix er. So we said he's taller than me. He's taller than me. Okay. Then we have another short adjective, which is cheap. Cheap. Cheap means barato. So it's a short adjective. We add once again the suffix er. So my car is cheaper than your car. So when we compare, we add the suffix e, okay? So when we compare again, the car is cheaper than your car, or he's taller than me. Tall, taller, cheap, cheaper. It's comparative. Taller, más alto, cheaper, más barato. And the word than, que significa que. He's taller than me. Él es más alto que yo. He's taller than me. Or the other sentence, my car is cheaper than your car. Mi auto es más barato que tu auto. Cheaper is a comparative. Okay. So let's see. These are the rules to understand this. Okay, now this is the rules for short adjective. So short adjective are the words, obviously adjective. They only have one syllable, a single syllable. For example, big is one syllable, hot, thin, bad. Okay? With these words or these adjectives, they only have one syllable and the structure is consonant, vowel, consonant. You see? Consonante, vocal, consonante. Consonante, vocal, consonante. Cuando tenemos este tipo de adjetivos, lo que hacemos es duplicar la última letra y añadir el sufijo en. Okay? When we have these kinds of adjective, we duplicate the last letter. In this case, the letter G. Bigger, double G, And then we have the suffix er. Big, bigger, big, bigger. And the number two is the same. Short adjective in the same way. Letter T is a consonant. Letter O is a vowel. And letter H is a consonant. So we duplicate the last letter. Hot, hotter, hot. Next word. In the same way, thin, thin is a short sound or short adjective. In the same way, letter N, which is a consonant, letter I is a vowel, and letter H is another consonant. So it's a thin, and duplicate the last letter. In this case, is the letter N, thinner. Okay, and we have another example, fat. Okay, so short adjective. In the same way, we have the letter T at the end. So T is a consonant, and it is preceded by a vowel A, and then the letter F. Fat, fatter. Okay, but okay, we have another kind of adjective. This adjective, they are not short adjective. They have two syllables. Okay, for example, happy, funny, easy, ugly. Okay, what is the common amongst these adjectives is that ends with the letter Y. You see the letter Y, la Y. Happy, funny, easy, ugly. So when we make a comparative, the letter Y dropped out. Instead, we add the letter I and then the suffix er. Happy, happier. Funny, funnier. Easy, easier. Ugly, uglier. Good job. Okay, let's stop just for a while, and it's time to practice the activity number two. Remember that we are working on adjective, comparative, superlative, and we also learned another way for the comparative, not only taller than, smaller than. No, we have more ways to compare. So please give a minute, and I'm going to share the activity number two. Okay, guys, I have already shared a link on our WhatsApp group. The exercises is about the comparative form. Okay, comparative short, and those up short adjective, and those that ends in the letter Y. This is the activity number 2. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, dears, it's time to continue. Okay, so remember we are working on how to make comparative sentences. Now it's time for long adjectives. Long adjectives are considered those who have two, sorry, 3 or more syllables. Remember when you were in high school, you counted the syllables by clapping your hands. Remember when you say, me, mama, me, mama. Yeah, you clap your hands. And this is the same. When you read a adjective, so you try to clapping. This is as an exercise. I'm pretty sure with the practice you will not use again, or you will not use your hands for counting uh, the syllables. Okay. So for example, we have this beautiful. So it's a beautiful, 3 syllables, and then we have the adjective interesting, 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 interesting. Okay. So for those adjectives, I mean the long adjective, we write a word before them. The word is more, more, more beautiful, more interesting. Okay. We cannot, and listen carefully, we cannot add the suffix er in long adjective. That's no good, okay? We write the word more instead. Long adjective, more, more beautiful, more interesting. So uh, we have 2 examples. Maria is more beautiful than Jennifer. Okay, yeah, that's it. Always said this book is more interesting than that book. So we compare. And the sentence number 1, we are comparing Maria and Jennifer. And we use the adjective beautiful. So Maria is more beautiful than Jennifer. And in the sentence number 2, we compare books. You see, we compare books. So we said this book is more interesting than that book. Okay. And then we have irregular adjective. Well, irregular adjectives are these ones, okay? Good, bad, far, little, more. So these are irregular adjectives. So we call them in this way because These adjectives do not follow any rules. Both pronunciation and the spelling are totally different. For example, you see, good, better, bad, worse, far, farther, little, less, more, much. Obviously, the column number one, they are adjectives in the positive, and this is the 1 degree, which is the comparative. Okay, so let's see it. Number one. Okay, so let me stop and I'm going to share the activity number 3. Okay, dears, let's continue. Let me stop this for a while. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, so let me see. Okay, give a minute, and I'm going to share my screen again. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to explain once again the comparative form. If you have any question, please let me know. There you go. Okay, so once again, we have the same adjective. It's the adjective tall. So look up the picture. I think they are siblings. Yes, a girl and a little boy. I think the girl, she is 6 years old, and her brother is probably 3 years old. So we can say Nicola is taller than Bradley. Bradley is a name. So as you can see the picture, Nicola is a girl, so she's taller than her brother. Again. So we have once again in the sentence letter A. Nicola is taller than Bradley. Nicola is more tall than Bradley. Hmm. No, is that not correct? Remember that we cannot use the word more for short adjective. In other words, for Words, in this case, adjective with one syllable. Short adjective, we add the suffix er. The correct one is Nicola is taller than Bradley. It's not correct say more tall. Let's continue. Look at this. Very interesting sentence. We have the adjective important. Important, remember? Clapping your hands to count the syllable. Important. Happiness is more important than money. Hmm. Happiness is more important than money. Okay, this is a good one to or think about it. But we are not here to talk or to hold a conversation about happiness and money. Here we just comparing things. Okay, happiness is more important than money. Important is an adjective, and this word has three syllables. Important. Okay. So long adjective, we write the word more before that. Happiness is more important than money. Good job. Okay. Again, we have the same sentence. Look at it. We cannot add the suffix er for long adjective. In other words, we cannot say important, importanter, importanter. No, that's not correct. We can add the suffix er for long adjective. So be careful. Okay, now here we have the two examples. Nicola is taller than Bashir, and happiness is more important than money. So to compare two things, two animals, two places, we have two options. Remember, for short adjective, we have the suffix er, and for long adjective, three or more syllables, we write the word more before them. And don't forget to include in the sentence the word them. Okay? Look at this. So, adjective with one syllable, one syllable. For example, big, cheap, old. For the comparative, we said bigger, cheaper, older. Then we have adjective that ends in the letter Y, like funny, pretty. For the comparative, obviously, we drop out the letter Y and then we add the letter I and the suffix funnier, prettier. Okay, what about long adjective? Two or more syllables. For example, famous, important, interesting. For comparing, don't forget that we write the word more before this word. So we say more famous, more important, more interesting. And also we have the irregular adjective. For example, we have good, bad, and far. The comparative, better, worse, father of father. Okay, now it's time to practice. Give a minute. Okay, dear. So let's continue. And this, let's practice some exercises. First of all, I want you to look at this picture. They are a family. I can see the mother and two daughters. Oh, sorry. There are three friends. I thought it was her mother, but it's not. They are three friends. Let me describe them. Girl number one, Ivana, 19 years old. Girl number two, Paris, 17 years old. And girl number three, Justin, 16 years old. 16 years old. So we're going to compare Ivana and Paris. And we have the adjective old. So once again, I want you to look at the picture and also check the ages. Yes, that's correct. Ivana is older than Paris. Good job. Now we have a picture of a family and another picture that is showing money. And the adjective is important. The sentence says, family is then money. So we're going to compare family versus money. Yes, that's correct. Family is more important than money. Excellent. Good job. Okay, so in this exercise, we have women, two women. The first woman looks happy, whilst the second woman look a little bit pissed, angry, I think. For comparing, we have the adjective happy. The woman with a smile looks gap than the woman with a frown. Yes, that's correct. The woman with a smile looks happier than the woman with the frown. Good job. Okay, now again, we have the picture of the family. In this picture, we can see three different degrees. The 3 degrees for adjective. The adjective have three different degrees. Positive degrees, comparative degrees, and superlative degree. So let me read. 1. We have a big family. 2. My brother is older than me. 3. Grandpa is the oldest of all. Okay, good job. I'm going to stop for a while. Let's give a minute. They're going to share the activity number 3 for you.